Previously on Unranked.
This guy with the flute guy is going nuts on this one. The flute guy.
I mean,
he's
that's his
he's
thing,
got multiple flutes. He just picked up a different one. He just picked up a different flute. I mean,
He's
I
a
want them to
centerpiece
cut to
of
him
the
because
show.
he is playing a different. There, look at it. He's playing a different thing. What the fuck is that? Flute guy is on fire. Oh, now he's playing the smallest fucking flute in the world. What's this thing now? Flute guy's just killing it with the flutes.
There must have been a guy
he blew a kiss to the crowd. He knows he's really
passing them back and forth for him.
I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he's just that good.
Oh. The video adds to it today, if you're a listener.
I mean, it's so funny because that guy's name is Eustache Pedro, I believe is his last name. And I'm obsessed with him. I've been obsessed with him for years. Every year, I cannot wait to see what flutes he's pulled out. I can't wait to see his fucking energy on this thing. And it's just so funny every year, new people discovering him. And like my feed all week post Game Awards, there's been every day at least a couple of people being like, and what flute has he brought out now? Someone said that big one that's standing up, the very last one he brings out, he's like, oh, he saved his ult for the finale, for the final song.
There was one that it just looks like
it's so tiny.
PVC
it's
pipes.
like a little he built it himself.
He did. Okay.
Yeah. So I think I shared it, but
amazing.
He made it himself.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then
hello and
that tiny
welcome.
one's like a little ocarina. It's so cool. Go follow him on social media. He loves the attention he gets from
the next time there's a Zelda Game of the Year awards, he needs to have an ocarina.
Especially if they do Ocarina remake, and that becomes a game.
Man, imagine
because he's done
Nintendo
it.
actually did Ocarina remake.
He's done Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know if Jeff was doing this back when Breath of the Wild came out, but
yeah,
he did it for Tears. That year's music medley was banging. This year's was really good actually too. Anyway.
It was very good. Welcome to the 511th episode. This is Christian Humes. We have Alex, Tuna, Marinello.
Yep.
And Thomas, back from LA, Caswell.
Oh, what's up, everyone?
Welcome back, Tom.
It's good to be back. Good to be doing the pod. There's so much to talk about. I was like, fuck, I've played so many things since the last time we were on together. I've watched so many things.
I think we should do, at the end, Claire Obscure spoilers.
1000%.
So we'll do the challenge before we do Claire Obscure, so that like we're gonna save that for the end. So like Alex, we could do thoughts. You could talk. You should tell us what you think about it, but then we'll do spoiler open Claire Obscure discussion, because I have some things very specific I want to talk to you guys about, but it has to be open spoilers for. So we'll do that at the very end of the show. So once we start that, if you don't want to hear those spoilers, that's the last thing we're gonna do. So I think it's probably, good to just say that now. But yeah, I'm excited. We have a presentation from Alex today, which we'll do after
what a good episode this is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be good.
And I'm looking forward to next week too. We should all have lists of games of the year. I'm going to do, instead of like last year I did tiers of everything I saw, like movies and stuff. I don't want to do that, but I did read a lot of books and saw a lot of movies and stuff. So I am going to do a top 5 for my like books, TV, etc. lists. Not going to go more than 5, but I think, put together whatever list you have. We'll have that stuff next week. So yeah, it's a lot to look forward to. I'm excited about that discussion. But first, we start with the Pokemon of the week. It's the 511th Pokemon, which means last week we ended on Liepard, which was the final evolution for that line. So we are going to have a new Pokemon today. Tuna, what's the name of that Pokemon?
What Pokemon number are we at?
511.
Oh, right.
Season 5, 11.
Yeah. Pansage?
Pansage. Fuck. That's right. We're talking about Pansage, the broccoli Pokemon today, also known as the grass monkey Pokemon. This is
grass monkey, funky monkey.
This is a Pokemon that they took a shot with. It's from what I understand, sort of like you love it or you hate it in the Pokemon world. A lot of people are big fans of the monkey trio. I personally, because they are similar to Eevee, they only have 2 evolutions, so you're not going to use any of them for that long. Like they don't stat wise really stack up long enough. But I like the idea of 3 different elemental monkeys. This is my least favorite of the 3. I don't really like the little tree on his head. I think he just looks like he's got broccoli. But he is a little monkey. He's just a little monkey boy with a little leaf tail. He's mostly green with a little bit of yellowish in his body. Very, very much what you would imagine for this Pokemon.
Yeah. It's based on a monkey.
Funky monkey.
It's based on, that's the fun fact.
No, so yeah, I mean that's Pansage may be a combination of
Why are
Pan.
you adding an N? Pansage.
Oh, you are. He's throwing
He's
an
adding an N in there. I don't
Don't
know.
worry about it.
It's like a G, but it has like a umlaut or something. It's a
Yeah.
Alex is dyslexic now.
It may be a combination of Pan, the genus of chimpanzees, and Sage, an herb. Sage can also refer to a wise person related to the 3 wise monkeys motif of the elemental monkeys.
Oh, I didn't know there wasn't.
Well,
monkeys.
That's why we listen. That's why you listen to.
Monkey.
I've never heard of
Learn something
the
new every day.
3 wise monkeys.
It's hear no evil, speak no evil, and see no evil.
Okay, I don't know that I knew that was known as the 3 wise monkeys, Tom.
There you go.
Is it?
It is. It absolutely is. Yeah, Bizaru, Kikazaru, and Iwazaru.
Oh,
Japanese pictorial maxim representing Sinu. I never knew that was like the overarching title for that. I just knew the concept.
You
of
knew
each.
about the you've seen that imagery in so many different adaptations.
Yeah, I mean it's also like that term is used in so many things, and there's literally emoji for 100%.
It.
You know, so that's interesting. Did not know that. Okay, well that actually is a fun fact because I actually, you know what? One of those rare time I learned something from this.
What do you mean?
Wow, the big go high on the list.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to. Black and White 2 in the Pokedex, it says it's good at finding berries and gathers them from all over. It's kind enough to share them with friends. All right, so he's a cool dude.
Real quick, going back to the 3 wise monkeys. This is a fact I had learned a long time ago, but I hadn't thought about it till now. Sometimes there is a 4th monkey. And the 4th monkey is covering its genitals, and it's meant to represent do no evil.
Interesting.
So there you go.
Interesting.
You know, makes you think.
It seems like there's a lot of different interpretations of it as well.
Yes,
like there's Chinese,
like
Japanese.
Means, yes. Oh yeah, it's definitely passed through many cultures too.
Huh.
I am in the camp that I like these monkeys, but I am also in the agreement that this is probably my least favorite of the 3. Although spoilers, I prefer the first form to all of the evolutions, so we'll get to that when we get to it. But
interesting.
I like this guy. I think that this is a solid execution on a solid concept. I just think by this time, not gimmick. It's hard to say gimmick, but like
themed. They're
themed. Like, oh, we're gonna have 3 monkeys, and they're gonna be the base, trio. The rock paper scissors you're all familiar with.
They could have done something other than that. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have to go with grass, fire, and water for sure.
I don't necessarily have a problem with that. I just think that like every season, every generation, there's like either a group of Pokemon or a couple of things that are like, well, this is the Pikachu of the generation, and this thing does what the Eevees do, and this thing, and I just think by this time, like that had already been played out already so much.
Maybe I don't know that. I feel like maybe since then, but I think
this
with this
is maybe
Pokemon,
like the last time. Yeah. I don't know if I could name what those are for the generations going forward if I really thought about it. But anyway,
I'll tell you this. This Pokemon,
I like this.
When I played the game,
sure.
The good thing about this trio was I was able to get a fire type and like I was able to get different types early in the game. Right? I didn't have to like wait till I came across a fire type later in the game because these were pretty early. I think by the first or second gym. And actually, Black and White at the time was probably one of the harder scaling games. It was like semi. There was difficulty up until maybe like the fourth or fifth gym, and then by then you could just grind it out, no problem. But at the beginning, there was at least like some scaling difficulty. Unless you're talking about Legends EA, because Legends EA has been the best. It's the best Pokemon game to ever do it. I mean, the last battles you fight, the Pokemon are like level 80.
Yes, that is something I have also noticed about ZA. Is I think that it's the most, and that was really my big thing with Scarlet and Violet, was because they didn't do the level scaling. It was like you can go in any order you want, but there really is kind of an order to do it. And obviously, Legends ZA is pretty linear in terms of like story progression, obviously, especially compared to Scarlet and Violet. But it does feel that like, oh, I'm not running away with it in battles. I'm not just like steamrolling my way through this game. Like I need to at least like pay attention a little bit, and that is a major improvement from where I landed with some recent Pokemon games.
Yeah, I don't like just blowing through the late game,
No.
especially because it's like, oh, cool, I finally have like fully evolved Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're cool and have a bunch of awesome moves, but now I'm just fighting losers.
Yeah.
So like, what was the point?
We'll get to it with Clair Obscur. That's one of my favorite things about that game. I think that it continuously kind of matches.
It
keeps matching you, and even if you do run away with it, it feels earned. It feels like I
cheesed it for a bit, and there was a little while where that cheesing just allowed me to like blow through some sections, but then it wasn't very long before I was caught back up with where like I should be. It just saved me some time.
And also I think thematically it makes sense that there is a period in that game toward the end where you can get really overpowered.
Yes.
But like it feels like it speaks to the story, which we'll get to. We will get to that. But for now, where are we putting this sucker on the list?
It's a great question.
You know what? I think this goes right under Snivy.
This is not the new number 2. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you crazy?
As opposed to what? All of the fucking starter evolutions?
Are you crazy? Yeah, those first starters are like pretty decent. So is Victini. So is that. I mean, Liepard is cooler than this Pokemon.
It's just a cat.
No.
It's just a fucking cat.
Purloin's a cat. Liepard is a leopard.
I don't know. Dark
it looks
cat.
Cool.
Does it?
This looks like a little monkey who got some broccoli stuck on his head.
I like when a Pokemon kind of smartly isn't just an animal. And so, like, I don't know. I just find Liepard boring. But look,
this is a monkey.
Negotiation. This is a negotiation. With a piece of broccoli coming out of its head because it's grass type. It's very clever.
It's
all right. So Tom's voting for new number 2. Tuna, where do you think it should go?
I mean, it could be like the new number 8 or 9 or 10. I don't know about the new number 2. But if he really feels strongly, I mean, you got to make a better case for it than what you just.
There's no way this is cooler than Servine.
Oh.
Servine's the middle evolution. I don't know. I just don't find Servine that.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, I do. Here's the thing. I do.
This is the worst monkey.
Pig Knight would be way higher on this than it's at. But all right. Yeah. Fuck it. 10. Put it at 10.
I'll happily. I can put it at. We can meet
8.
in the middle. We can put it at 7.
Put it. Okay.
We'll go to 7.
No, I don't like breaking up the thing. Put it above Liepard. Yep.
All right.
Put it above Liepard. Yep.
I don't know what the hell number 5 is. It got auto-corrected to the word smart.
Smart.
So I'll have to go through and figure out what the fuck that was.
Isn't it Oshawott? No. Oh, it would have to be. Oh, no. Oshawott is lower. No. Okay. Fuck. What is that?
I will say this Pokemon game gained a lot of points now that I know it's based on a sort of like cryptid monkeys. Folklore kind of an idea. Yeah.
Sure.
What the fuck was smart? No, we have Osh. I'll have to go through. I'll go through and figure out what the hell that was.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alex, do you feel
Uh-huh.
prepared to grace us with your
Elvis presentation?
Sure.
Preslientation.
I'm going to stop sharing so you can share. There you go. Please take over.
Would it be Samurott?
Probably.
All right.
Smart.
How do I do this here? Share. Oh, wait.
Got ourselves a presentation. It is time for celebration.
Tom, shut up.
Weekly unranked presentation. Weekly unranked presentation.
Screen 2.
I'll shut up when you figure out how to fucking share your screen in Zoom. Jesus fucking Christ. Ooh. I love this. This is great. This is great.
All
Where
right.
did you get this fucking template from?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. So the presentation Chris tasked me with was what are my like 2 gripes for each of 5 separate perfect, what I considered perfect games.
I think I said 10 flaws from 10 flaws from 5 perfect games or something is the way I.
And you got to choose the game.
He kind of started me off, and then I finished it. So sounds a little,
okay.
But you know. So.
Oh God, we're children. All right.
Well, Tom, the way that he
flaws.
just said that, right? So he goes 10 flaws from 5 games.
Yeah.
Originally, I thought what, 50 flaws. You're out of your fucking mind. And he was like, no. 2 each.
Yeah, because he thought I meant like 10 per game.
10 per. Jesus, yeah.
All right, so these perfect games are flawed, and why that's okay. Okay, here we go.
Why that's okay.
Ocarina of Time, the GOAT. Or is it? Okay.
Did you make this? Did you make this thumbnail?
All right, you're out of your mind. I stole it from like Google.
Okay.
All right, so Ocarina of Time, the GOAT, or is it?
It's AI top.
All right, so there's 2 main points here. Useless items is number 1, and there's subparts to this. The useless items in Ocarina of Time, the ice arrows, for what? Okay, yeah, you can freeze some people, but really. Like, enough. Like, you never use them. You get them in Gerudo Fortress. You get them after going through, like, a maze of bullshit with, I think, small keys that you can fuck up and not get to the ice arrows if you fuck up which doors you open with the keys. So you might not even get this item, but ice arrows can go fuck itself. Din's Fire, again, useless. You use it once to get into the Shadow Temple, and then, I mean, you can use it to defeat some enemies, but Deku Nut and the Bomb Chew, never use those. Deku Nut's a waste. Fayor's Wind, use it never. And then Nairu's Love, Afterthought, don't be a baby. Okay? Those things, useless. Okay, number 2, Skulltulas. There's 100 of them.
Ugh.
Okay, you find the first 50, decent rewards, right? You're doing some nice stuff. Finding all 100, though, 200 rupees whenever you want. You don't need the money in Ocarina of Time. There's not enough stuff to buy in Ocarina of Time. They fucked up the economy in that game. They didn't know what they were doing. Ocarina of Time, one of the worst games ever. All right, so that's Ocarina of Time. Greatest of all time. Okay, next game. Super Smash Brother Melee. Or Super Sucky Brawling Mess. Okay?
Super Sucky Brawling Mess.
This is like a New York Times headline from like the editorial board.
Yeah, or from like the pitch bot.
Yeah.
So, cheap moves. Okay, that's number 1. Cheap moves. Link's up B can kiss my ass. All right. Kirby's sucking move. Not to, retread what we talked about earlier. Marth's counter. Okay. Fox, just in general, Fox was an asshole.
Fox in general.
Fox was just a dick.
I would have loved to have seen the in general.
Yeah.
And
number 2, clones. Get out of here. Like, get some unique moves. Like, you couldn't think of original moves? What are you doing?
What were clones in Melee? Like, what was a clone of what?
Ganondorf is a clone of Captain Falcon. Roy is basically a clone of Marth. He's a little bit heavier, a little bit, Daisy being a clone of Peach. I don't know if
Dr.
this was in
Mario.
Melee. Dr. Mario being clone of Mario.
There's
So yeah,
another one.
what were they doing during development? That's my question. Sitting on your ass, like, come on,
This game fucking
unbelievable.
I
sucks.
mean, I agree. I can't stand the clones.
Yeah.
Sucks.
And what's worse about the clones too is when you end up liking the clone moveset like slightly the adjustment better than the original because it's
Mm.
like, well,
Yeah, it's a
now get rid
problem.
of the original.
This
Yeah,
piece of shit
it's a
Sakurai,
big
man.
problem. It's big.
Yeah.
Look. I mean,
Just make it a
Superman.
skin.
Yeah, right. Just make it a skin. I'll just be a different.
Yeah.
I'll just look different.
Yeah.
Okay. Like no effort. Put some more effort into these games. Like these are good people buy these things. People spend their hard-earned money. I want to make sure you
Perfect? I think not.
right. All right. Halo Combat Evolved. Did it
Ooh.
revolutionize the FPS genre? Did it? I don't know. So, does it suck? The campaign is boring. How many lookalike hallways can we walk through? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You're playing Halo Combat Evolved,
Okay.
right? You're in the narrowest hallway. You're
Yeah.
making a left. You're in another hallway. You make a right. You're in another hallway. Or you go through the level, right? You go through the level from A to B, and then the next story beat, or next level is you got to go from B to A. You got to go
Yeah,
back.
it's you go to the middle and then you go through the back again, so it makes it even worse when. I mean, they have some good set pieces in the back half, but like I just remember replaying that game and being like, I'm retreading these areas that already felt the same.
Yeah.
And like the middle
Good,
there
that's the game
is
they're
what really.
remaking to put on PlayStation
I
for the
know,
first time.
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
at least it just depends on how hard they go with like
Those new
making it
levels
feel
also.
like you got the new levels, but yeah, I'm really curious as to if you've never played Halo Combat Evolved, how it's going to feel when playing a game, because at least when you're playing the old game, or at least even the Master Chief upgrade or whatever,
Yeah.
you have that appreciation for what it was. There are going to be people who have never played it ever because it's on PlayStation, and then there are going to be, it's got this really shiny coat of Unreal 5 paint, and so I just wonder how its game design is going to go down.
Well, not
Interesting.
perfect because it's not, clearly. It's got a
No.
couple flaws here based
It's got
on
some
Yeah.
flaws.
Yeah. Number 2, unique weapons.
Mhm.
No. You're going to be using one weapon pretty much throughout the entire whole game. And the Needler, so much squandered potential. I would say they only finally made the Needler a viable weapon in
three.
Halo. I was going to say 5. Halo 5.
5? Really?
Yeah. Yeah. No
Was
one's
that the
using the
one? Or was
Needler.
it 4 where they made it into like a rifle?
That was Reach, where they made it
Okay.
into a rifle.
I
But
thought
that
the needle
rifle
rifle was
still,
cool.
yeah, but it still wasn't as
Reach
fast as if you
No.
used the DMR or
No, of course
the
not.
battle rifle.
Man, if they
So
were
course not.
remaking Reach, that
Yeah.
game with its level design and
Yeah.
like an overhauled
Music.
look, oh,
Tom, why remake Reach when you can go watch The Fall of Reach in Halo Season 2, now streaming on Netflix?
now streaming on Netflix alongside all of the Harry Potter movies.
A show so bad Paramount doesn't even want it on their own streaming service.
Oh Lord Almighty!
all right, so Halo,
Yeah.
not that good.
Yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy, a galactic failure.
Whoa.
Terrible. All right, so two problems with it.
Okay.
That spring power up, hated
Yeah.
that spring power up. Where am I going? I'm clunking around like a dick. I can't like stop bouncing. He keeps bouncing. He's bouncing over here. You got to hold it down to jump higher. Give me a break.
Sure.
Enough. And then linear level design. What happened to the sandboxing of Super Mario 64?
There's a Sandboxian, the most wealthy realm in the Commonwealth.
Yeah. What happened to that? Sunshine 64. Come on. So yeah. Super Mario Galaxy galactic failure. I think so. Only
I think so.
It only pales in comparison to Super
Oh, man, what
Mario
is the next?
Galaxy
What's the
2.
last game gonna be?
God of War or God of the worst game ever
Whoa.
made.
God
Okay.
These are good. Your job should just be making these titles, Alex.
Well,
Yeah.
did you use Tell me,
No.
did you use AI for these
No,
titles?
because
You came up with
Tom,
these right off the
I've been
dome?
telling you for the I've been telling actually I feel like I've been telling both of you for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
I am out on AI. I fucking hate AI. I
Oh,
want nothing to do with AI.
Tom,
I want
Alex has become,
I am like
I think Alex hates AI more than I think Alex hates AI more than the current administration.
Oh, well, 1000%.
I hear Alex complain about AI more than anyone I know, which
it's
is
awful. It's
really
just
funny to me.
it's all shit. It is
Yeah,
none of
it
it's
is. It's
funny.
garbage.
None of it is
It's
funny.
garbage.
None of it is informative. None
Yeah.
of it is like
It's making people dumber,
it's
1000%.
But it's
making
better,
people.
but it's better than God of War, apparently.
Well, the only thing I'll have to yeah, I'll go to God of War in a second. The only thing that I've been like
You got him on a track.
with AI, right? Like if I wanted to summarize like a 50-page document,
Yeah.
okay, fine, great, but I'm still probably going to read most of that document anyway. And then the second thing is if I ask it to do something, I'm still checking it. Like and it's wrong. It's fucking wrong. Like you've
Yeah.
gotten basic shit wrong. I'm
Yeah.
not doing this anymore. Like you guys fucking suck. Like this is just and now, right? Like I saw a video the other day that was like AI has consumed all of the internet. It's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I thought the
anything now
internet
that
was
it
bad
learns,
before. Now it's just worse.
so now anything that it learned, it's like the Habsburgs.
Yeah.
It's basically just inbreeding itself. It's just
It's-
inbreeding. It's just
it's
going to
the
keep drawing on its
Habsburgs.
own shit. It's just going to keep drawing on its own slop. More
Yep.
slop, more slop. It's going to get that weird chin, and it's going to come out with bullshit. It's okay.
You know what's good though is we're not going to need like a Luddite uprising and have to like go and like we're not going to have to do like technological terrorism and like destroy server farms because
Yeah.
they're just it's going to go bust. The whole thing's going to go belly up
Well,
because it's
also,
completely useless.
and the other thing that just pissed me off beyond belief was I saw a clip of it. Obviously, I didn't watch this interview, but the clip of the guy, I don't even know his name. Is it Sam
Mhm.
Altman or something? He was
Probably.
being interviewed by Jimmy Fallon, and they're talking about kids, and he goes, "I I don't know I don't know how I would raise my kids without Chat GPT. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? What like
We've
you shouldn't
we've
have
never
you shouldn't have
raised
had a child
before. Yeah.
you shouldn't have
Correct.
had a child.
Yes,
You are
yes.
someone who should not have had a child.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you need to be asking ChatGPT as to why your child is being a child. You're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I can't stand it. AI
Like
is
today,
the worst thing
Penny
that's ever
took
happened.
a
Well, no,
massive
social
dump,
media is the
huge
worst thing
blowout.
that's ever happened.
Like if I picked up ChatGPT and I was like, my kid just took a huge dump. What do I do? Like it would be no help. It couldn't do
Yeah.
anything for me.
It's
the worst.
It's crazy,
thing.
man. It's
I
crazy.
can't stand it. I
And
fucking hate AI. I hate it.
The people who are evangelicals of it. I feel like we've got.
It's good
People
because
who-
they're just going to get dumber.
I don't want to
but
use it. I
but,
don't
like,
want to use
We're all
it.
going down with the ship. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
AI, fuck off.
Fuck
It's and I think I've said this last time on the pod. Like when, like it's
Every week it
videos.
feels like we talk about it now.
Well, yeah, because
Because you can't escape it anymore.
Can't escape it. It's something
just-
with it is
Look, we do a
It's
really
like
good
Trump.
job of not talking about the current state of the world and the hell that we're in. But it's
AI
really
broke
hard
through.
to.
I think
you
also
know.
AI broke through. Yeah, because it's just penetrating
boring.
every aspect of life, and then it's
Yeah.
a huge.
it's
I mean, one
boring.
of the biggest news.
It's not creative.
It was
It's
so
one of the biggest
funny,
news stories
a
of
couple-
the week in gaming is around it. Like, it's
Like,
fucking,
3 years ago, it was funny when it made really shitty
yeah, really
images
shit.
that were
Yeah.
like, the delusions of a psychopath. Now it just makes garbage.
Isn't it crazy how long those took to generate? Like that was only
Yes.
like 2 or 3 years ago. They took
Yeah.
forever to generate, and they were. I mean, what is coming out now is shit, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. It wasn't.
It
a
was funny before,
facsimile.
though, because it was so bad.
It was just really trying, and now it's
Yeah.
like now it can serve this
It
shit
doesn't.
up,
It's no
and it's
critical
just-
thinking. It doesn't do anything. It makes
Correct.
everyone dumber. You're not.
Yeah.
You're just not do it. Stop it.
Stop it.
Burn it. Okay. Anyway, so God of War or
Yeah,
God of the
but
Worst game
God of
ever
War.
made.
What do we want to say?
All right, so
Stop
we want to
it?
say that the bull. I mean, this seems pales in comparison to AI. So, boy, that got annoying after a while.
Wait, how does he say it?
I can't do it. Tom,
boy,
yeah,
boy.
So stop- right. So stop thinking this kid is anything but a pain in the ass. He is. That kid is a pain in the
As
ass.
a pizza.
He's a
Yeah. And you, sir, what did I write here? And you, sir, man up and teach him better lessons
Wait,
on
did
how
you
not
use
to be a
AI?
whiny
I got a
little.
lot of these dashes here.
No, I did that.
Oh yeah.
No, no, that's
M
me.
dashes here. Lots of M dashes.
Oh,
Tom,
give me a break.
Tom, AI could never write in this
No,
style.
no, because this is just Tuna writing how he speaks.
Yeah.
This is actually you bringing this bit up, man up, and teach him better lessons on how to be not to be a whiny little. This is the thing for me that puts Ragnarok over 2018. While I think
Interesting.
I think 2018 is a bit more of a stronger and more
Stronger game, dude.
2018. I agree in a lot of respects, but I do think Ragnarok. I am more interested in the Kratos in Ragnarok. I'm more interested in the Atreus character in Ragnarok, and I like their relationship more in that second game. And because the game is so much just from their perspective, like I just have so much more fun memories. I think of Ragnarok.
I never.
And it has a lot to do with this.
I never played Ragnarok because.
You got to God of War like right before it.
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, and I played through all of God of War, and then I was burned out. Maybe I'll do it.
Ragnarok is fantastic.
It was good. Yeah,
I own it. Like I downloaded it and installed it, and then I was like,
Sure.
I don't want to play this now.
And then point number 2 is some of the combat did feel. This is a more serious one. Some of the combat did feel a little samey, and there could have been a greater variety of enemies.
Again,
that's not to say
another thing I think Ragnarok improves on.
Yeah, I agree, and that's not to say that the Valkyrie fights. I feel like the Valkyrie fights were the real combat tests, where everything in between was kind of
This is such a good game.
very yeah.
But it's not perfect, clearly.
No,
So the goats, tales old as time, right? Everyone thinks this is the goat. That's the goat. Oh, this is now the new goat. How could you say this is the goat when this is flawed? And that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way it was. There's going to be goats. Goats come and go. The game is perfect. 10 years later, a new, younger game comes to cast it down.
The father kills the son.
Yeah. So suck it.
Great job.
Suck it. Favorite games of all time.
Great job.
Thanks.
Well, I think we should talk about then the newest goat to enter the.
Okay, you want to go right into it?
I feel like it's on theme.
So we've all finished it. Claire Obscure. We've all finished it. You want to kick us off, Thomas?
I think you should.
Me?
I think you should, because I think you're the people haven't heard your.
All right.
To finish.
Yeah,
So-
mostly what I want to say is going to require spoilers at this point. So I'm saving what I have to say for the end.
Yeah, no,
so
I
I want to
thought-
hear what you thought.
Yeah,
about
I
that.
thought
I have
I thought it
nothing
was
more to
I thought it
say.
was an excellent game. I thought that once I was able to figure out the Pictos and the Luminas and used them to their fullest potential, then the game got almost comically easy with the exception of a few high level bosses. I ended up getting all the journals except for one.
Wow.
I ended up doing most of what I could, with the exception of a few side stuff that I will probably not do, only because it's time consuming, seems very hard, even at the level I am, and with like the build that I have. Basically, the build that I have now is I can basically win non-high level bosses in like a round of turns, and that's it. See you later. Anyway, the story.
Well, how high is high level?
I'm level 90.
Holy shit!
3?
So are you get 100% it at this point? Because it feels like you should.
No, because to
Really?
grind up to level 99 would take a long time.
Oh,
And from what I've read online of the boss or the secret guy that I have to fight, he is a pain, and I'm just like, fuck it. I don't really. I'm done. What I did.
that's
what
annoying
I would,
to me.
Yeah, I thought the game ended very well. I think it. ended strong.
Mhm.
I the only thing
Did
I
you
would
watch the
say,
other end? Have you seen both endings, or you just seen the one?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting that like, uh,
Beep beep
well,
beep 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 beep
yeah.
beep.
Okay, fine. I won't say that part. But what I will say is that what I think is still annoying me about the game
Okay.
is that there
Add this to
isn't,
the presentation.
Yeah, I was it was
yeah,
perfect.
New
yeah,
slide.
new slide. What's annoying? I should have done that actually. That
And
would have
one
been
more
good.
thing.
And one more, yes, and one more thing that that's a squandered opportunity. So,
Much
no,
like the clones or what
yeah,
was squandered potential, the
God damn
Needler
it,
and Halo.
God damn. Okay,
This is your Needler moment.
yeah. No, so two things. One is that I wish there was a way that I could just fast travel to certain places on the map. I don't know why I can't. Like if I just go on the map, click an area, fast travel there, done. Great.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If I've been there
Yeah, I
before.
totally agree.
Part two is I would like some sort of like, I don't know,
Keep
checklist.
track of
Like, yeah,
everything.
did I
Yeah.
get all the Pictos that were there? Did I get all the journals that were there? Did I get
Like,
all the
how do you know
Patanks that were
you've done
there?
it? I feel
How
like
do
it's
I know if I've
impossible
even
to
been
know.
there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you just been cross-referencing with like
With
the
the
internet?
journal. Yeah, because I cross-referenced in the internet once I realized that the list that they had in the journal section wasn't the whole list.
Yeah,
Like things
smart.
are grayed out
Yeah.
because I got a few journals that popped up obviously extra
Yeah.
that wasn't in the list, the grayed out list. So I was like, oh shit. All right, fine. I gotta reference, to make sure that I'm getting them all because I do want to know from a journal perspective what, the story they're trying to tell there. Um, and the only other thing I would say is that the game does a very good job of telling you where you can go, should go, what have you. But then when Act 3 starts,
Mm.
it's kind of loosey goose. It's kind of like, yeah, go there, go to X marks the spot, or don't and figure it out yourself. Um,
And
it
I
got a
think
little loose
depending
in
on
Act 3.
how I think depending on how and maybe they wanted this, depending on how you tackle Act 3 is going to change your perspective on like how the game ends just if you experience certain things.
Well,
And
that's
I wonder
also
if that's
yeah.
intentional. I wonder if they
Yeah,
they wanted
yeah.
that um
Because there's
because
a
there's
lot to
there's
still be.
information and context that like is completely unresolved
Yeah,
if you just go to the ending, and it's fascinating that they
right.
chose that path. I don't know if I
If you,
necessarily agree
for
with it.
all intents and for without, I don't think this is to speak in this way. If you just turn around and go finish the game at the start of Act 3, I think the choosing
That's
my
what I
words
did.
carefully. If you turn around and go and finish Act 3, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that, I mean, if you just go forward, you could have seen, done, whatever. But the game doesn't even like hint at
Yeah.
that's a possibility. It just tells you turn around, do
Well,
X.
no, they say to you, they say like before
Why?
you go on the greatest expedition,
Yeah, but there's no
they say
direction at
like you should
all.
go make sure you're ready and like do things.
Yeah,
Like
but go
they
make sure you're ready is kind of like,
yeah.
Like personally, I feel that the relationship, like maxing the relationship, which I know you haven't gotten to do, Chris, and I totally understand because as to Tuna's point, like it doesn't explicitly say like, hey, there are really big story beats that happen in
I wish
those.
they should just
Yeah.
do it. I shouldn't have to go and
No,
like
I
it should
agree.
just be a
I
cutscene.
also
It's
agree
so
with that.
stupid.
I agree with that too.
It's
Like for
so
me to have
stupid.
to go to each character at the
Yeah.
camp, do the initial conversation, then have the game ask me, do I want to
Yeah.
go have private time with that person? And then go do that private time and then
Yeah.
talk to them. It's like,
Just give me the
oh my
cutscene.
God.
Just give me the
Yeah, give me
cutscene.
the cutscene. Tell me
Because
what
I
you're trying to
enjoyed
tell
the
me here.
cutscenes, but I hated
The
having to
process,
like go
yeah,
walk over, press the button, like, and so that's why I just like stopped doing it.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, because I completely agree with you. I do think and that's the thing about this game is like I think this is one of those cases where this is the most flawed I felt about like one of my favorite games ever.
Mm.
But at the same time, in the ways that it shines, like it shines brighter, I think, than a lot of games that I've played. And so I have a myriad issues with it. Like, just give me a map. I don't even necessarily need a mini map. People want a clean UI. That's fine. I think the game does look good, but if I could at least get a map of the area, there are some places that are like so labyrinthine. I don't know if I've been and done it. You know, like that's one of them.
So
Yeah.
just for audio listeners and video listeners, I don't know if you see this, but because Tom had his hand in the air
Oh,
long enough,
oh,
he
it
effectively
raised.
raised his hand during the Zoom call.
And then it moved him
And then it
over.
moved him
That
over.
Yeah.
was
It
funny.
moved him into the
That's
corner.
what
Yeah.
And
happened.
when I tried to move you back, it said you cannot move this person while their hand is raised.
That's
And I was like,
Yeah, it was
"Oh,
weird.
excuse me, Zoom."
But I mean,
I agree. I agree
yeah,
with that was I forgot that part that to not have a map while I'm in an area
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking sucks because I'm like there was one part I was in by Minoko Station. There was another snow area,
hmm
and I was walking around there, and I was about to leave, right? And out of like the corner of my eye, like on the corner of the screen, I'm like, wait, what is that over there? And then I go over there, it's a whole nother fucking section.
yeah,
And I was like, I
yeah,
fucking missed this. Like I
yeah,
just completely walked by this three
yeah,
times and I didn't even know it was here
yeah.
until I was about to leave. All right. Anyway, so
But good game.
yeah, great game. Great game. Great game.
I think that it pays off. I mean, obviously we get into the spoilers and stuff, but I don't even just think narratively. I think it has a great narrative payoff. I think that the final boss fights are incredibly epic, and it like successfully makes the ending of the game, because you kind of think like, damn, it gets so nutty. How can they even top this? And like, I think that final like couple of confrontations there is just like
I
so
thought it
good.
also handled secrets well.
Mm-hmm.
I never felt so confused that I didn't understand what was going on. Um, I thought the way they revealed information was done really
Mm-hmm.
well
Yeah,
in the
and it
sense
was,
that
and
because
it
you
was,
could run
yeah,
into a problem in the beginning where you have characters talking and a little bit of that in the beginning when characters were like when certain characters were talking you were like what the fuck,
yeah. I know what you're
but
talking
it
about.
wasn't so confusing that I wasn't somewhat following it, and
And
then
it
they
makes
did
you
make
compelled
sense of it
to read
later.
the journals and stuff. Like, that was a big thing with me with Control. That Control was like the one game that I've ever played where I'm like, I'm excited to go find this text and like
Yeah.
read
Alan
about
Wake as
like
well. I did
both of
that.
them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
both of them. But like, Control was the first time I feel like that ever happened, and
Yeah.
I'm obviously so excited to do that in the next Control game. But this game came close to doing that. Like, I wasn't necessarily like, oh, I want to see what this journal wrote, but I loved also the world building of like, I remember finding a journal toward the very end, a journal, and it's near like a pile of the mounts, like the climbing
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you can jump from. And you find this journal and you open it, and it explains that the expedition this journal is from, their goal was to make it so that future expeditions could climb around. And it
Sure.
really like tied into the world building, and I thought like that was, it is this thing of like, oh, they really thought about how these all worked. And yeah, in terms of like the story and the way it reveals things, it makes the story feel real and the world and characters feel real. It isn't like, oh, rug pull, actually this is what, you know, things don't just come out of nowhere. You can point to the parts in the story where you're like, oh, now this moment that happened makes way more sense. You know, it's and it also incentivizes you in many ways to like, I would love to eventually one day maybe replay the story now that I know where it goes and see how they
Also,
were setting everything up.
music, bangers.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Music was incredible in that game.
music was so good.
Yep. Absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yep.
Just looking forward to talking about the end.
yeah.
So.
Another game that I finished.
Oh,
Yeah,
you finished Dispatch?
played
What?
and finished Dispatch.
Okay.
The
Not Zelda. Still haven't beat
Chick,
Zelda.
Still
can you
haven't beat
believe it?
Zelda. Although my nephew essentially the other day Brooke's cousins and their kids came over, and my nephew was playing it, and he was like, he's saving up for a Switch 2.
Yeah.
So this was his first time playing. He was like, "Whoa, it looks so good." Anyway, Dispatch front to back, played basically half of it on the plane to LA, and then I played like an episode a night while I was there, which was cool because it's like set in Los Angeles as well, so it was on point, on theme, I guess. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought that Aaron Paul, I've always thought like, was he just like, is he just kind of like not that great an actor? We just enjoyed him in Breaking Bad. I thought he crushed it in this game. I thought everyone, honestly, I enjoyed every single voice, even some of the people who are just like influencers who, and streamers who are voicing some of the heroes. I think they did a fantastic job. I thought the consequences and choices were legitimately interesting, to a point where I would genuinely like to see where the story goes, depending on the choices you make. Apparently there is one ending out there, or at least one like end state that no one has hit yet, which is fascinating to think about. And yeah, like the writing, I think that his jokes land more than they don't. I think the actual dispatching, so the kind of the main mini game, other than just playing through and making story decisions, is you are dispatching this Z team of heroes. They are former villains who kind of have whatever powers. Some of them are cool. Some of them are kind of like, and some of them also are like very much just, there's a character that's essentially just magic from X-Men, but a demon. And you are dispatching them, and basically things will pop up that are like, oh, a cat is stuck in the tree, or this bad guy is on the loose and we need like a really strong hero to take him out. And based on the strengths and weaknesses of the heroes, you have to decide who you're going to dispatch to what, and it will change your score and your performance. I think it's very minimal. I did like one thing one time where like I completely failed, and the game like very quickly kind of threw it under the rug and like had to move the story along. So I don't know how important any of it is, but I found it to be a compelling kind of mini game, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's like 5 to maybe 10 minutes. It's honestly like 5 minutes per episode, and they
the
split
game
it into
part of these games,
well.
like Walking Dead, Tales from the Borderlands, is never really the draw. It is like the story,
and it is way stripped back from that, because it isn't even just like, it really is just you do the mini game. There's also a hacking mini game as well that happens at points. But other than that, you're watching it and you're making the story decisions. Where Walking Dead and Tales of the Borderlands you could walk around in the scene and you could interact with this. And I think that it was very smart of them to really streamline it, because it gave the episodes some momentum. And it really felt like at all times, even when you're playing the game, the story and characters and world are moving at the pace of an episode of television, rather than having it be like, okay, now walk around the office. Shout out to fucking Jeffrey Wright. I know that he's a great actor and he's done great stuff, but the character he voices and what he does with that voice and that character, I was genuinely impressed with.
I mean, I like him in everything.
Yeah. He plays you meet him in the very first episode. He plays a former hero who is friends with the main character, Aaron Paul, who's the dispatcher. But they haven't talked in years, and he was a speedster character. So, he ran, but it was actually making him age rapidly. So he looks like a really old man, and he talks like he's in an episode. He's like the grandpa in the Boondocks, I feel like, was the impression that he was going for. Anyway, I heartily recommend playing through it, and you can get it done very quickly. 8 episodes, about 45 minutes an episode. The finale is really satisfying. It's really good. Really good game.
We started it, and then we were like, we need to actually rewatch Stranger Things, so that we paused it, rewatched all Stranger Things. Then we watched Pluribus. So now we're gonna, after we have what? When does Pluribus come out?
It's Thursday night.
Okay, so we have 2 left then, because we were 1 behind, so we have 2 left. So once we're caught up, we'll probably actually play a bunch this weekend over holiday then.
It's a good time.
Because she likes, the boys and Gen V and stuff. So I was like, oh, we can do this together, kind of a thing. She's
And I
just
also
watching.
my biggest concern was is like, all right, we've already had Invincible and The Boys and Gen V. Like we have a lot of this like adult superhero, what if superheroes were existed in the real world kind of stories. I found this to be genuinely refreshing because I think it is not trying to go for dark and gritty. I mean, there is swearing and there is like, a lot of like gratuitous moments, but
Yeah,
it has a very playful and more comic booky feel
it's not
than
cynical like the boys.
it is not cynical at
Yeah,
all. No, it is not cynical, and I think that that was such a good choice because it means that you have this really great reference with like Invincible and The Boys, but it distinctly feels different from both of those shows, and for the better. And it is just enjoyable. You don't come out like feeling really bummed, even though there are moments that are very impactful and like are really serious. Yeah, it's completely not cynical at all, and that's
awesome.
really nice.
Love that. All right. I don't really have a lot to say. I've played some more Metroid. I haven't played a ton. Therese has been she basically had like a work event this week. It's like their end of the year, like
Sure.
everyone, because they're like a semi-remote company. They have like, offices in different coasts, and so everyone was here in LA. So I've basically just been watching Penny Alone for like all week, and then even half of today. And I'm glad that that's over because not from like a like physical sense am I exhausted, but from a like mental load of like, oh,
Sure.
you can't take your eyes off. Like you
Sure.
can't like I can't take a nap. I can't like just go do something else. Like I'm
Yeah.
oh I like she got home like after 11 o'clock last night, and she left at like 6:30 in the morning. So it was
Yeah.
like it's like
Mhm.
been all day and night all week. Honestly, the only breaks I've taken were like when Tuna and I played a little bit of walkabout mini golf, throw a Miss Rachel, get maybe like an hour before she's mad, and then
Mhm.
time's up. Um, but other than that, I did a little bit of gameplay for the challenge this week, which we'll get to. But yeah, not a ton, not a ton of
I,
game playing, but I
I
do look
played
forward to holiday week and Therese now being home and not working a lot, so I can play some games.
I played a little bit of Metroid too. I'm not that far. I have 3 of the 5. Actually, I guess I am pretty far because the
Yeah,
game's
you're
not
pretty
that
far.
long.
Yeah, I think the game's only like 15 to 20 hours.
I think it's even less than that. I
Well,
think
like depending on how much you do. I'm gonna
yeah,
scan
if you want
everything
to
and
do
do everything, so
right,
it's
right. Yeah, I'm kind of I like the scanning. I think that this is a game where I keep going, oh, that's really neat at things that happen, but I
yeah.
haven't been blown away in any way. I'm really excited about seeing what this studio can do with a blank slate when they're not building a game that also has to run on the original Switch.
I know.
And
It
yeah,
does
when
feel
they're
a little
coming from the ground
hamstrung.
up.
Like it feels it's weird. It's weird.
It's beautiful to look at,
Oh
but
my God.
the simplicity of like a lot of the like design,
Yeah.
it does feel like the most beautiful GameCube game you've ever looked
Like
at.
it's like it's a bit of a half measure in that like they started doing something different with it and then like they clearly just didn't have the
Yeah,
time like or that something different that they were doing was almost like tacked on in the middle of it. And so however it happened, like there is a section of it with which is the like quote unquote open world or open zone section of it, which is like kind of unnecessary. Like I think it's cool, but it's not really what you're there for.
at least
And
it's fun to drive. I
yeah,
like driving the
but it doesn't feel like
motorcycle,
they
but
took a
there's
full
nothing to
swing.
do
It
really.
feels
Oh,
like they
definitely
bunted.
not.
Like Nintendo bunted on this one instead of
Yeah,
taking like with Donkey Kong they took a big swing. Like with
yeah,
Breath of the Wild they took a big swing. And it's weird to me because Metroid is such a title that's never had huge sales. It's usually around like 3 million sales. Like it's always, it sells enough copies. But
yeah.
you'd
To
think
keep
like, well, hey, this is a game that like if we
it's
screw up, it's
iconic.
not like we're missing out on tens of millions of sales.
Sure,
Like it's like you don't really have anything to
you're not
lose. Like they
risking.
should
Yeah,
have just gone for it. But that's what happens when another studio screws up the game and then they have to restart
yeah.
development and it's been going on for 10 years
Yeah.
now
They
and
they
it's like
probably they probably just felt like there is a really decent game in here, just mixed in with
yeah,
some whatever things. Let's just get it out We'll sell a
Which,
bunch
by the
of
way, it is
copies,
like
and then
all
we'll
the
buy us
actual
time
like
to make
game
the
stuff
proper game stuff.
is great. Like the
Yeah, it
shooting is
is.
great. It's like the sound is great. The visuals are great. Like
Puzzles are good. I think the
all of that stuff is
bosses.
good.
The one thing that I'm hearing that I do agree with is I think that like these boss. I'm just excited to get to a boss fight. Like they're just very, very smartly designed.
I
That
mean
being
that
said,
the
though,
boss fights in Metroid Prime have pretty much always been the
yeah,
like best part of them. The boss
and
fights are always fucking awesome.
it sounds like this lives up to those, and
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly enjoying them. They're my favorite part. That being said, like the level design, like people have been talking up the Vault Forge, which
Mhm.
is like the first place the first main place you really kind of get through. They've been talking it up like it's one of the best things in any Metroid game, and I'm like, I liked it. And maybe there's more to it. Maybe I do have to go back, and I will have to retread at some point. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But I thought it was cool. I didn't think like, oh my god, this is the coolest.
I think it just felt
coolest
different
levels and
atmospherically from some of the other levels that we've gotten traditionally, you know.
oh,
I
okay.
think that's more
So
of what
from
that was,
a
but
precedent thing, okay, just
yeah.
in contrast to previous
Yeah.
Metroids, okay.
But I think it's weird because it sounds like a really negative criticism the way we're talking about it. Like this game it's very solidly like to me like an 85. Like if you're doing a number out of 100. You know, I'm like this is a very like almost like really great game, but it's a very good game. But it only feels that way because I feel like Nintendo's made a recent effort to like do something new with a lot of their games.
Yeah,
And this time I'm kind of like, oh, I wish they had.
I
Only
mean it
because
is,
like
yeah.
they did everything I expected and all the stuff they expected them to do with the game, they nailed. So all of that stuff's perfect, but I'm kind of like, oh, you just like I wish they had taken a bigger swing. I wish they took it's just safe.
it's just been in development for too long. Like
Yeah,
I think
that's entirely what the
they just
problem
had
is.
to move on. They just
Yeah,
had to move on.
that's entirely what the problem is. But it's still it's a very fun, very competent, good game. Also, like other than the original Metroid Prime, I would say that this is probably the one Alex would probably take to the most because it is just like a linear, very straightforward, like sci-fi shooter in that way.
Mm.
And it is less backtracking, it is less I don't know, I feel like you would
Yeah.
probably but
There are only
you
a
know,
handful. There are only a handful of things I feel like on any of the levels that I was like, oh, I need this power up to access. Like I didn't feel
yeah.
like if I came back, because that's the thing with the Vault Forge. I'm like, unless I'm mistaken, there's not a lot that is necessarily left here to do with
No,
powers that
I
I
don't think
currently
so.
don't have.
I don't think so. But I am not that far into it either, so I could be wrong. But the
But
impression
that's
I get
fine.
is
I would love to finish the
yeah,
game and feel like I've done and seen everything.
yeah,
I need
just
to
play
do
through
and
it.
just enjoy
Boom.
through it. Like, yeah, I could
Yeah.
finish 3 games in the
I've
span
just
of a
we've
handful of
become
months. Amazing.
it's become so accustomed for Nintendo now to just always have something like novel in their games and to
Hmm.
kind of like surprise me that because I'm not surprised, I'm just like, oh, this is the game that I thought I was gonna get, and it's good. I'm like almost a little disappointed that I'm not surprised and delighted by Nintendo. You
Surprised
know?
and delighted. Yeah.
But it is very good. All right, we should talk some news, do a challenge, and then because we gotta talk spoilers. So, we'll do some quick news. I think we should probably do that. Here's some news. Peanuts.
Mm,
You guys know about Peanuts?
I do.
Cartoon.
The comic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Charles Schultz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles Schultz
Yeah.
sold to Sony
Oh,
$500 million.
Wait.
what?
Really?
Sony just bought the rights to Peanuts
For $500 million?
$500
No,
million.
they didn't. No,
Yes, they did.
Didn't.
Yes,
Why?
they did. Yes, they did. I mean, it's one of the most recognizable IPs in the world, even if it's
Sony to
older.
acquire control of Peanuts in $457 million deal.
From who?
I thought Apple had the.
So Apple has the exclusive streaming rights through 2029,
Hmm.
which I would assume will remain.
Does.
So Apple will be these, but they are going to own
Sony-
the actual IP
Sony
itself.
Pictures Entertainment announced that they entered into a definitive agreement with Canadian media company WildBrain to indirectly acquire all of the 41% stake held by WildBrain in Peanuts Holdings. Wait, so it's only for the 41% stake?
But then they will have now an 80% stake.
No, what I'm saying is that they already have a stake
which
in it.
which
and
I
they're
guess
just
puts
buying-
that the property around a billion, like over $1 billion, is like probably the worth of that property.
That's.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
I mean, I guess for in perpetuity, like
Peanut Snoopy. The brand identity of Snoopy is still very
maybe
strong on a global
merch-wise,
scale.
maybe
Yes.
what merch-wise.
Yes. I mean,
But
look,
it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
here in
It's
Southern
just
California, especially like if you go farther south towards like where Knott's Berry Farms and stuff is, which is like a competitor, not really a competitor to Disneyland, but there are these it's another theme park, and they like Snoopy is their mascot. And that whole like there's this whole region of Southern Crazy. Where like there's Snoopy shit everywhere and stuff is named after stuff from Peanuts. Just because, Charles Schultz was here. But man, I don't know about you, Tom, but the Apple TV, the Snoopy screensaver, do you use it? You've got to turn it on. You've got to turn it on. You've got to turn it on. I don't know. They must have spent a ton of money making these, but there are what seem to be like thousands of original animations. Like every time the screensaver will just continue to loop through all of these different and I see new ones all the time, and then a holiday comes up and there's new ones, and it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't
look like it. It's also been going for, it's been around for like 2 years.
Well, so isn't Apple like super anti-AI, or wrote a piece about why they don't like AI?
No, they have their own fucking AI that they're trying to ship everyone. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, but they contracted through other people. They don't really have their
I
own.
thought they came out with a thing as to why AI was a parlor trick.
No, they have Apple Intelligence, and then they have a deal with Open Chat GPT, and now they have really been struggling to get a agent off the ground, and mainly because I think they are,
which is good news for them.
Yeah,
because
it is.
They're not wrapping
news.
everything in AI.
Yeah. Not yet. We'll see how it goes. But the rumor
they might be able to
is that
backpedal.
but the rumor is that they made a deal with Google, and now Gemini is just going to be the AI backbone of iOS, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah. Well, because they have to the whole deal that they had, the sweet money deal with the Google search, where they were getting, it was like $10 billion, like a quarter, to have Google search be the default search
on iPhone,
because that is coming under fire by the FTC. It's like, okay, cool, we're gonna use Google as AI. It's fucking nuts. But no, dude, it's really awesome. Also, it's the best Apple Watch face. You gotta check it out. It's amazing. All the animations on the Apple Watch face too. It's incredible. We love it. We love it. We're big fans of Snoopy in this house. Highly recommend it. If you have an Apple TV, go turn on the Peanut screensaver. It blows all the other screensavers out of the water. But yeah, kind of crazy. Also, speaking of crazy, Tribal Council Survivor. If you haven't watched the finale, skip forward. Survivor finale has aired. And
my God.
Guys, I'm so sad. But first place, leading into this episode, was Steve.
Yeah.
Followed by me, followed by Alex Schwimmerman. It was a 4-point spread between the three of us. Yeah. And now, first place is Alex Schwimmerman.
Oh, what? I thought you were the...
I did not have Sage in my group.
Oh, wow.
And this was the thing. Between us, right? Alex Schwimmerman and I both had Savannah.
Yeah.
Steve had Sage, didn't have Savannah.
Right.
Schwimmerman had both Savannah and Sage. Okay. So if Sage got out, if they kicked Sage out first, I would have won.
Right.
But because Sage made it to the end and that meant Rizzo didn't, I ended up in second. But here's the crazy thing. Tom is in third place by only 5 points behind me. And Smooth, and then Big Boss, Slater in sixth, Boss and Robbed in seventh. Steve goes from first to eighth, which is really why, like, you should never give up on the season. If you are in...
Wait, I beat Steve?
Yeah.
Because you didn't have the winner. The winner's worth a ton of points, man.
Wow.
Which it kind of should be, right? Because before this, Fantasy League was always like, you just have to be the person with the winner. This kind of helps that, like, you don't get fucked in the draft. But, man. And then Jeff Pott in last.
Wow.
Jeff Pott, unfortunate last. He didn't have anyone
This always
remaining.
happens, and it's funny because the way that I play my game is I'm never thinking like week to week. I'm always thinking about like the like how the vibe I'm getting from people, how I'm
Yeah.
feeling about like where the game is gonna go, and I
Yeah.
always like end up coming in from behind, and it's crazy to think that I'm in third again. It keeps
I still
happening.
think Rizzo had made a catastrophic move. I think he should have played his idol on Christina and had
That would have
Sage
been
get voted out.
nuts.
That would have been a winning. That could have been a winning move for him because then he could have
Sure.
had Christina beat Savannah in fire making. No, Christina could not win at a final tribal council,
No, absolutely not.
and
Yeah.
it probably would have gone to Rizzo, or possibly he would have gotten first or second. Like he made a big mistake there. I think at the end,
Oh,
getting voting out Christina at 5 was stupid. That was a
yeah.
stupid
I
move.
can't believe Sage convinced them. I mean, I was like, oh, it's kind of compelling that it's like, okay, well, you don't want to lose to Christina at fire.
Yeah,
Like, I get the
Right.
argument, but I was like, you take Christina to the end. Although I do think that, like,
correct.
clearly Sage, her big thing was like, I'm in the army. Like, no
Oh,
one gives a
dude,
fuck, dude.
Tom,
No one gives
Tom.
a fuck.
I was like, wow, the worst reveal so
Yeah.
far.
You're gonna reveal to people that you're an intelligence analyst. This is gonna
She goes,
endear you to people,
yeah.
people that you backstabbed the whole game, and maybe
I
you're
was a
trying
part
to
of
get
the
their vote.
Tom, I was part of the combat team. I couldn't win a single
Yeah.
immunity challenge, but I was
Right.
Yeah, I was like, also, who's
Yeah.
gonna be impressed? Like, I'm like, you tried to beg your way into
Yeah, man.
into a challenge win.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Riz God, baby.
Riz God. Yeah. I mean, it just really played out. It was kind of. I mean, congrats to Sophie for pulling out on that.
Yeah.
Immunity
Yeah.
challenge.
I really thought Savannah was about to set a new record. I really did.
Yeah.
That would have been, I guess, more interesting.
And
but
hey, no, you know what
in a
though?
way.
At least they made it. She made it interesting by putting Savannah and Rizzo and fire making against each other.
that
At
was
least she
nice.
made
Yeah.
that interesting.
Finally,
If she wanted
yeah.
to win, she should have practiced fire and taken Savannah out on her own. That also would have been a move that could have won her the game. I
Yeah.
don't know why she did.
It's been done before.
Ugh. It was an obvious move to do.
Yeah.
You know, and she didn't.
Maybe she thought
yeah.
she I don't know. I don't know how you feel confident about, or if you even can feel confident going into that final tribal.
Right,
With
but then it's
Savannah
like
as the.
she
Yeah.
wasn't gonna win
No,
then
yeah.
anyway. You know, it's like
Yeah.
come on.
Yep.
Shame.
Yeah.
But how about that Survivor 50 trailer, guys? Who's excited to see Mr.
Guys.
Beast?
Oh my god! When they put that on the fucking table,
Oh,
and I was like, of course, the way that Survivor thought, like, let's reinvent and like let's innovate is like, let's get fucking Mr. Beast on the show. Oh my
Yeah.
well, this is how he's trying to get young people to watch, right? Because they're also having the
Right.
Billie Eilish idol. So this is a play to get younger
Wait.
people. I'm just glad he's not.
Wait, what are you talking about? The Billie Eilish?
They said
idol?
it was during there's the Billie Eilish so she's apparently going to show up too.
I must
Yeah.
have missed that.
So Billie Eilish is going to show up on. So this is clearly like because there were two things that I noticed during that trailer, right? It was 90% all people pre-New Era.
Yeah.
It was 90, like you saw, other than Q, it was basically you were just looking at people that weren't New Era. So it was like, hey, old Survivor fans, we got something for you. And then they were like, and young people that
Also
don't watch
Mr.
Survivor,
Beast.
here's Mr. Beast and Billie Eilish.
Every child's favorite people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
so creepy.
Bad season. We'll see how 50 does.
Much better back half of the season, at least, though. And
yeah,
like,
but that's just
Kinda.
because it's better post merge.
Yeah.
The game is just more interesting post merge.
Savannah was a good
Yeah.
player. Rizzo was a good player. Maybe
That's
not as
it.
good as they
And
seemed
thank
because
God
they're
that
playing
they-
against a bunch of Muppets, but like, you know.
I think Savannah has a real, like, I just don't think that she was put in a corner at all. Like, she's like, I was on the bottom, and I was like, you really never were. Like,
Well,
like-
number wise, she was, but all of the other people were so stupid. There were so
right,
many
exactly.
opportunities to vote her or Rizzo out, and they
Right.
never.
and that is the thing, is I don't think
That's
either of them
crazy.
were really challenged in any way, and I'm excited. I'm glad that they're the two coming back, because they're the two who I'm like,
I agree.
I want to see you play an actual fucking game.
Right.
agree.
Survivor.
I agree. I am excited about 50. I'm annoyed about Mr. Beast. And I
Yep.
like look, if
Man.
Mr. Beast is there, I hope it's like because it's a bigger jackpot. Like, and he's like, here's my money, like whatever stupid shit Mr. Beast does. But
It looked like
yeah,
he
he had
was
like
doing the
a
auction,
briefcase.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Did they do an auction this season?
No, we didn't
No.
get an auction this season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no auction this season.
Interesting.
Are you guys gonna go on the scavenger hunt? Go find the
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe. I'll see what the deal is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe I will go to
Well,
Delaware.
congrats to Alex Schwimmerman,
Jesus.
the winner of our season.
Good for
If
you,
you're
Schwims.
Alex Schwimmerman, call in and
Gloat.
yeah, call in and do a speech or whatever you want to say about winning your season because
Yeah.
let us know.
And
Or you can
Steve
write in.
also.
Email on
Yeah.
unrankedpodcast.com.
Also,
Yeah, I'm the only one that had all three finalists in the thing. That's how I got that. That's crazy.
No. Alex Schwimmerman had all three as well.
Oh yes, he did.
That's how he won. Because he was 3 or 4 points behind me, and then he won 21 more points. So that's
Yeah.
mhm.
All right, news in the gaming sphere. Just a couple of things here. We have a release date for Bungie's marathon. They soon after the Game Awards put out a video, one of their Vidocs that they always do for the game. They've talked about how they've improved the visuals. They've talked about they've added things like prox chat and solo playlists. They're making the world feel more dangerous. That was a big thing that they were getting feedback through. Little inside scoop on this. I've heard from people who have since played the game, that have played it when it had that beta earlier this year, that have since played some of the new stuff and they're actually feeling pretty good about it. So who knows? Will this game?
here's what I know.
Okay.
I know it's not going to be something I'm going to play for. I just don't think. I don't
boy.
think like. Look, Helldivers is probably the longest I'll ever play one of these things,
Sure.
and that
Right.
was like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And that's probably it. Like that.
It's got a lot.
That new
it's got
thing
a lot,
that's
do a
coming
lot
from
to do
the
to save it. That's for
like
sure.
X Respawn people, Alex. So if you listen to last week's
Oh,
episode,
hi
right?
God, sure.
I missed the thing that I thought it was Respawn because like I started watching the trailer after it started, so I saw like from the makers of, and so I thought it was Respawn, but I didn't realize it was
Right.
X people. So as we were watching it, we were thinking at first time, like, oh, is this like a new fucking weird RPG, like kind of a thing? And then I'm like, oh no, it's like a shooter or something. And then we realized it was a hero shooter, and our excitement went from like, oh, looks weird and cool to very much like, oh, we're probably not going to play this game. And if we do, we'll play it for what, 3 weeks? And then
Yep.
we're not going to play this game.
Oh, the
anymore.
High God thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was
Like once we
it'll be
realized
like
what it
Marvels.
was like,
what an interesting milk toast announcement. What's crazy to what I found the
should not have been
craziest-
the end announcement. That should
I think
not
they
have been the
paid
one
for
more
that
thing.
slot. I think they paid for it. I think they paid to go last.
Yeah.
I agree. Like if you just put that in the middle, like it's totally fine. But it being the last thing after we opened with a Fate of the Old Republic reveal, like
Which
what
should have
are
been the
we
last
doing?
thing.
What are we doing? Anyway, yeah. And that was the thing that I found most shocking during the Game Awards. How many game announcements were like, hey, remember that studio that laid off a bunch of people? Well, here are all of the people that got laid off forming a new studio and doing the same thing that they did at their old place. And this isn't a knock against any of these old devs. It's just such a indictment on the state of the industry that so many game reveals this year all came from the laid off developers at Ubisoft. Game of the Year winner is like all former Ubisoft devs. Like it's
Dude.
the evisceration of the industry, the how far and wide and broadly it goes. No studio has been untouched by it. It's crazy.
I've got to say something about Claire Obscura that I forgot. So we know that game cost them around $10 million.
Mm.
You know what other game cost around $10 million? Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yeah, true.
Wow, shit.
Maybe
Look
this
at
is
look at these two games.
Yeah.
Look at
Right.
these two games from
Yeah.
a visual standpoint.
Sure.
Mhm.
It's Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yeah. Yeah.
From a technical and visual standpoint, I understand that Pokemon is on the Switch, right? and it also had to run on the original Switch. So I understand that. Like, I'm gonna give them a little bit of
Yeah,
space,
but
but
we
like,
know that that
but
it's never gonna look better on Switch 4. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's always gonna look
man,
like this.
man,
Anyway, yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I think Marathon has a huge uphill battle, but it will come out in March 2026, according to Sony, and it will be $40.
what do you think's worse? The
What?
fact that
Oh, it
someone
does.
purposefully plagiarized, or if they had just used AI to plagiarize?
Which one?
Marathon. Like, what would have been worse for them? To use
Mm.
AI to
Oh,
steal art,
sure.
or to just have someone that
Just
stole art?
someone like, yeah,
No,
just
have someone that
copy.
stole.
Yeah, I
Because
think
then
that
that's the intent is even worse.
I mean, they're it's hard to know. It's hard to know which one's worse. They're both pretty bad.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of AI and art and all of this, there has been a huge explosion in the gaming community following the announcement of Divinity, which is the game from the Baldur's Gate 3 devs. I actually ended up speaking to them at the Game Awards. This is where this kind of story kind of spun out, because Jason Schreier, who's also at the Game Awards, spoke with them and basically talked with them about their AI usage. And Sven Vinke, who is the CEO of Larian, essentially came out and said that they're not seeing massive gains. They are using it. They're not seeing gains. They don't think it's going to replace jobs. In fact, they're hiring more people, but those people are using it and they are trying to use it, with their argument being that we're a game studio, like we kind of have to check out new technology and see if it works and stuff. That being said, their follow-up arguments that have tried to defend that position, I feel like, have been weaker and weaker
Yeah.
about why they're doing it. And
The
the
problem
main
is also AI is such a catch-all. Like, there's always been generative stuff in games, like generative trees, like speed trees, right? It's like
right,
generative stuff in game
yes,
making is not the same as AI art when you're
right,
just having it create assets whole cloth for you that like
yeah.
are stolen. Like they're two very different things that are happening.
And like one of the things for me, it even happened today, because this has just been rolling and rolling over the days, because this is a huge deal. Like, people really love this studio, and well, at least they love the games that the studio makes. And in the past, they've been very kind of like worker focused, you know, talking about like you got to treat your people right. And there is so much talent at Larian that has been there the whole time, and that's why I think a game like Baldur's Gate 3 works so well, is because like so many people that have worked there have just always worked there, and talent
Yeah.
retention is a huge reason as to why games are good or not. That's why most Nintendo games are at least solid. That's why Metroid Prime 4 is still good despite all of the hurdles. But so it's been continuing, and like one of the things that another person who's high up at the company has said about the game is like, right, they're using assets to, they're not going to include AI assets in the game, but people are using AI generated assets to convey ideas. And all of the game developers online sharing like their like napkin drawings, like Josh Scheuer shared all of his like designs for what's it called, Pentiment.
Mhm.
Josh Scheuer
Pentiment.
was the game director on Pentiment, and he basically showed all of his doodles and like
Mm.
compared them to the final screens of the game. And so many developers were like, I made this, I drew it in 2 seconds. It you know exactly what it conveys. Here is what it looks like at the end. So in combination with developers just coming out and being like, why would I ever even need to use AI for this? Like, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
creative enough to come up with the concept of the idea, why even,
Yeah.
bother, why
Yeah.
even bother executing upon it? And then on
Yeah.
top of that, I pulled this article from Insider Gaming, because
I
I
saw
think
there
that,
was like a comedian I saw on TikTok, and someone was
yeah.
like, he was like streaming, and someone was like, "Oh, I have a joke that I wrote for you with AI," and he sent it, and the guy goes, "You can't be ours to write the joke. I can't be ours to read it."
Mm.
And I'm
Yeah,
like, "Yep,
it's a great point.
yep."
So this is an Insider Gaming article, and this is where I think it really gets to the nut, because obviously, like, despite obviously the massive flaws and issues with AI, it is a thing that like so many people are just being forced to deal with it, and it coming from the developers themselves at Larian now speaking out about like, you know they make it sound like we're okay with it. We're really not. A former employee claims Larian boss is lying about staff being okay with AI use. For a few days, Larian has been taking flack for using the AI. Sven Winker, the founder, stated, I think at this point everyone at the company is more or less okay with the way we're using it. Spotted by Games Radar, a former employee has responded to the comment saying that Larian is lying about everyone being okay with it. Anna Method, a former QA tester, has stated that after working at Larian, they aren't surprised by the new AI stuff, alleging that Sven Winker is lying about people being okay with it. And then someone else stated that they loved working at Larian Studios until AI, and that person left for other reasons, but like they clearly, like that was the kind of the nail in the coffin for them. So even the developers that have worked at Larian are speaking out about like, nope, we can almost guarantee that no one is okay. It also ties into the fact that they don't allow remote work. So many people have moved to I forget where they're based. I think it's Brussels. Have moved to Europe in order to work on this on a Larian game, and now it's like, all right, like if you're not on board with working and using these tools, or you push back, like the threat of losing your job, especially when the industry is in the dire straits that it's in, like of course people are going to be like, yes sir, like marching orders, like we'll fucking use it, whatever. Like you kind of have people hostage here, so it's really thorny. We'll see where it goes. It's obviously tying into the bigger AI fucking nightmare that we're all living through. And yeah, the end is here, baby. Sucks.
I met those guys years ago when they announced Baldur's Gate. That was at the E3 event I did, and they were very nice at the time. Shame that they are doing the AI stuff, but also the secret that all these people won't tell you is that they're using AI partially because that's how they're getting funded. Because all of the money that is being spent right now, basically in the world, if you want an investment, you need to be using AI. And so companies are like, yeah, we're going to use AI. And a lot of them are like, yeah. And a lot of them aren't even really doing it, or they're doing it for some bullshit. Right. Because it's the only way that they're going to get investments, because our entire economy right now is being propped up by AI. And it's the same people sharing the same money back and forth right now. So I can't wait for it to all explode so that we can then rebuild and they can just hire people back to do jobs. And the unfortunate thing is you're going to have a lot of people that don't know how to do these things anymore, because I mean, look, we can't. I hate AI. I can't. We can't do it again. We can't do it again. We try to make this a no bummer zone. Try to make this a no bummer zone, but it does. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I'll get off the pulpit for.
I mean, I think it's worth us talking about, and I think that it's people need to hear from, just like, feel like that perspective needs to be shared.
Yeah. Okay. You guys want to any other news, or you want to see the challenge?
Let's do it.
Let's do the challenge.
All right. Okay. I'm exporting it right now. Tuna, tell us about the challenge. Tom, you should think of what you want the next challenge to be. And if you don't know, if you can't come up with it, if you're like, that's not good, if you want to come up with something more fun, just kick the can, do it later.
I'm ruminating.
Okay. So the challenge was fastest time on Peach Beach in Mario Kart 3D, whatever world. Mario Kart World. Yeah. I don't know why I put 3D in there. That would have been the name of the game like 25, 30 years ago.
Well, Mario Kart 3D World was a game like 8 years ago.
Mario Kart 3D World?
Sorry, Mario 3D World.
Okay. All right. So it was the fastest time on Peach Beach. Tom didn't do it, even though we gave you more than 2 weeks to do this. It's okay. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. But that was the rule
I meant to remind you.
It's okay.
I forgot.
Yep.
All right. Well, what's funny is I could have just played one video here, or we could play both.
I mean, let's play both. We already see what's going to happen here, but let's do it.
Yeah, we're going to play both.
We already see what's going to happen.
But I raced against Alex's ghost, so you can watch Alex on 2 screens.
There I am.
Yeah, tight turning that too. Ooh.
Okay, so I got 1
Congratulations.
minute. Yeah, I got 1 minute 46 seconds. Chris got 1 minute 50 seconds. What's funny is
Yeah, you
that
didn't update your ghost. This isn't
no, I
your
did
best
not.
time. This is not.
No,
I
it's
had a
not.
feeling. I had a feeling
Yeah,
you had a better time than what was
yeah.
listed, as
So
I
what
did
was
as well.
yeah, so what was funny was that the first or not the first time, but like I don't know, maybe the third or fourth time I accidentally uploaded my ghost because
Ah,
I purposefully was not doing it because I was like, "Oh, Chris and Tom are going to be able to see my ghost." But then after I uploaded it, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. I
No, I
can
can throw them off there.
maybe do a little scheme in here by leaving that." Because I was like, "Isn't there a way to delete it?" But I was like, "No, leave it. If I do better than that, maybe they'll think that's my best time, so they'll
Hmm.
stop after they beat me." Anyway, it doesn't matter. Tom didn't do it. So there it is.
there it is.
Thanks for
Excellent.
playing.
I'll tell you what. I tried this and I did really bad, and I couldn't figure out how the hell you did so well. And when I looked at some of the speedrun videos, I
Hmm.
could not figure out how they were doing some things. I forgot that you could hold the jump button to charge a jump. And I
Hmm.
could not, I thought that like there are a couple spots, Tom, where you have to do like a charge jump so you can get like extra boosts and stuff. And I thought people were like clipping the sidewalk to jump and like do these moves. And then today, like
Mm.
at like 3 o'clock when I tried it again, I started Googling. I'm like, how do I do this? And then I was able to find the answer. And that's because I was coming nowhere. I was well above 2 minutes every time without figuring that out. And then I was able to just race against your ghost. But you made a couple of turns that because like I had just been trying to figure out the charge jump now, I was like, there's no
Hmm.
way. I'm not gonna like I don't have enough time to put into this now to figure it out.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
too far behind.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
got a respectable time. I'm on the world rank leaderboards, at least I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm up there. I see you on there. You did very good. Um, great. Claire Obscure, the finale. Spoilers
Spoilers.
open. We're going to talk about the end.
Oh, right.
So here's what I find astonishing.
Mm.
Alex did what I thought, and he picked the same end of me as I did, which is Verso. And if you pick the Verso end, you you essentially destroy the paint. Like everyone's leaving the canvas, the story ends, right? If you pick
Oh, well, not
the,
everyone's leaving.
what do you mean?
One person is leaving the canvas.
Sure. I mean, her dad. What about the mom? Wouldn't the mom be leaving too?
Yeah, the
She's
mom.
already out.
Yes, they're leaving,
Right,
but
but they're
I'm
not coming
talking.
back. Whereas
But I'm talking
if
about the main characters that you play as.
yeah, but they're not real. So
Right, exactly.
right.
Wait,
So
I
I'm
thought
saying
the
everyone.
mom.
I'm
Neither
talking
neither are,
about
neither are the real characters
I
that
thought the mom was
whoa,
already
whoa, whoa,
out.
whoa, whoa. What do you mean the real
Renoir
characters aren't
left.
real?
Oh, here
well,
we
it's a
go.
video game. Like they're only real in the story, but
Sure, they're real within
like
the fiction. Let's not like come on, let's not be ridiculous.
but what I'm
Um
saying is that it like my attachment to just because they're not real in the video game, like I'm still attached to them like they are because the other characters also aren't real. Like it doesn't, and that's what the ending is trying to bring up is like these are sentient people with consciousness. They're not like yes, they don't exist in the physical material world, but
uh-huh.
you know, like I am way more endeared to the people that lived in Lumiere than I
Yeah,
am
but
to
here's
any of
what's
the people
weird,
in real
Tom.
life.
You have chosen the red pill, right? And Alex
I
has chosen
Ooh.
the blue pill.
Ooh,
Or wait, do I
Tom.
have
no,
that? No, I
no,
have
you
that
have
might
it
have
reversed.
it.
correct. You have it
Yeah,
correct.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
No,
oh
I have
no,
it
red
reversed.
red pill, red pill takes you out of the matrix.
Right. You've
I
chosen to
agree.
stay in the Matrix. And Mr. Tuna, who's always
Oh,
like, I would choose the stake. I would stay in the Matrix, has chosen
oh,
to
sure.
leave the Matrix. The two of you have somehow like chosen the number one thing that like I know about you when it comes to the Matrix. You both have always been like, I would be Mr. Steak. I would stay in the
I
Matrix.
would be
Plug me
Mr.
back in.
Steak.
I don't want this reality.
Yeah,
And you're always like, no, you gotta fight. You gotta be a part. Like you can't. This is a
and
fiction. It's a figment. But now you've both chosen the thing that you're diametrically opposed at in
sure.
another work that's essentially bringing you the same exact choice. And I knew Alex would do that, even though in the alternate version of this, being the Matrix, he's said forever that he would never do that decision.
Well, I think there's also something where real life,
Real life versus video games.
yeah, like what you would choose in this story.
Well,
And
I
and
Oh,
chose
real
it
life versus
for
movie, video game versus
I
movie.
chose it for Mael. I thought that no, I'm sorry.
sure.
I chose it for
For Versa.
Alicia. I
Oh,
thought
sure.
Oh,
that she needed to leave because she would
Yes.
just
she
die
would just
in the
die.
canvas and
Yeah.
be
Which is what
stupid.
it hints to in her ending.
And the mom
Right.
will die
And
too, because they always said that if they don't destroy the canvas,
she
she
will
will find her
always,
way
yeah,
back
she'll
there.
always just end up back in. And I agree. I mean, I think that the healthier thing to do is to do the verso ending.
That's
But
why I chose it. I thought it was
I
the
chose
healthier thing to do.
I chose the ending, the Mael ending, because I felt like the game was her story. And that, again, the way that it posited the ending was not like, do you decide to destroy the painting? Do you decide to live in the painting? It was, do you want to play as Mael or do you want to play as Verso? And I was
Yeah.
like, this is Mael's game, so I kind of feel like it would be weird for me to fight against her as the end and not see that story through. And I think Mael's ending is the more interesting. It's the least like buttoned up one, right? The Verso ending is like, okay, and they go back to their real lives and shit is fraught,
Yeah.
but like,
It
okay, the
also seems
canvas
like
is
the
done.
ending you could actually continue from, right? Like you could do another one of these with this family and like it's very like it's very Assassin's Creed with like
The
what is that?
painters and the
Yeah, the
writers.
animus and right, like you
Yeah,
have
Yep.
the
the different
Templars versus
exactly.
The
the
writers and
Assassin's
the
Creed.
artists.
They've
Yeah,
made their
No,
own
I'm sorry, the
Assassin's
writers and
Creed.
the painters.
Like
yeah.
these ex Ubisoft people were like, let's do Assassin's Creed, but we're gonna make it more like an RPG and it's gonna be about art.
Yeah.
So like that
Did
is
you
kind of
catch
what they did here.
Yeah, it
did you
is.
catch Verso's death date
No.
or birth date?
Oh, on
Maybe it was
his
his birthday.
tombstone? No, I didn't.
What
It
was
was
it?
December 33rd.
Oh,
The fuck does that
Interesting.
mean?
I don't know.
that is interesting.
That
Fuck.
is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the next game will have almost nothing to do with these characters.
Oh,
I
really? I
think
was kind of
I
hoping that
think
it would be that family continuing on and finding out about the writers.
I think that we'll hear about. Well, I think it'll be a writer's perspective. I think the game will be about a book
Oh,
or
that
something.
What's
seems
it going
like
to be
how do you
like?
make that
Pentiment?
game work? How do you write in a game?
It'll be It'll
Well, it
be
won't be.
Baba
It
is
won't
you.
be. It won't be. It won't be.
Your moves will be you putting
There's no
together
writing.
phrases to do
I mean,
moves.
it might not necessarily be from the writer's
Yeah,
perspective, but I do think that it will. I think it. If we hear
it'll
it,
bring them into the game in some
it's
way.
not going to be Expedition 33 2. It's not going to be
No,
Alicia at the helm. Like maybe we'll hear about the family. I would be more interested in let's explore another part of this world and this
yeah,
conflict or whatever, and we maybe learn some stuff, and maybe there are ties and
yeah,
but they literally have so many ways to do it because obviously also they hinted the idea that music is another kind of like do all the arts have a magical element to them, like are
yeah,
there all of these factions? It would make sense. So I think they could do something completely different in a different time, like it wouldn't even need to, we might never even revisit this early, they could do a far-flung future thing with the same concept or something way
yeah.
earlier in the past, like
Totally
Renaissance.
different.
Like, yeah, cool
That's
stuff. Lots of
I
potential.
really, really like it. I love the ending. And when Tom, when you were like, you should see the other ending, like when I watched your ending is fucking weird. And
Dude,
it made me
it's
feel
so
really good about
unsettling.
my
It's
my
so
pick.
unsettling.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Like
Watching
it
Verso have
turns
to
her
go and play that
into a villain
piano.
almost, it
Yeah,
seems
it
like.
is. Well, it just is pointing at like of the this is the consequences, and it just it yeah, I found it so interesting. Like if this were a movie and there was only one ending, this more unsettling one I think is the more interesting, and more like I left like ooh, I left feeling kind of something. Whereas with the Verso ending, I'm like, okay, yeah, needed to move on, but all right.
Yeah, the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean it's a slightly different story
Is it
because
though?
well, yeah, because there isn't like yes, they have the war between the painters and the writers, but they're not living in, this is like the bourgeoisie living in like the height of their life in the real world. They're just trying to escape this personal
Yeah.
trauma.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
true. Yeah.
like a battery being plugged in to power the canvas. The canvas was a an emotional crux rather
Sure.
than a. So there are things that differentiate it. It feels like, all right, she'll eventually grow up and get over it. Um, Great game.
Maybe because
I
she can't
love.
really speak. Her face is all burned
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Like I get it. I get why, but I'm just like, you have a lot of canvases. Go somewhere else.
Right.
You know,
Just go over
you don't
there.
have to stay in here until you starve to death. Especially because it seems like there's clearly some kind of time dilation between the real world and
There is,
here.
yes, there
So it's just like
1000%
go
is.
live
We don't know what it is
hundreds of
though.
lives in hundreds of different canvases and leave. Just leave. Go get some food, come back.
Gotta get
Like
some food.
you don't need to.
Something.
Also, like, why
Something.
can't they hook them up? Just put her on like a food drip. Just get
Yeah.
her on an
How are
IV and
they?
a food
How are
drip.
they? How is it killing you? I don't know
Because
as well.
they
Like,
literally said like they were starving to death. Like
yeah,
your
is it
mother
just
was
because
just
they're just
yeah.
not taking care
She's
of
not eating.
themselves?
She's not sleeping.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's how they're dying. I didn't know if it was the something was happening with the canvas to kill you, or if it was
Yeah.
just like you are being deprived of.
I think it obviously
nutrients and
takes
stuff.
energy from you too. Like it burns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're spending your calories and you're also not
Yeah.
taking any new ones in.
Well, because when you
Um
looked at the mom, there was like this paint sort of around the
yes,
eyes.
right.
So like there's some sort of
There's something going
supernatural.
on there. Yeah, and like I said, also the other thing with the Mayel ending is you have this moment with her and Verso is like begging her to end it. He's like, I don't want to live this life, and like they don't resolve that at all. Like it's
Bro,
so tough.
watching the like poor little kid like memory, like that little piece of him that was alive, just like
Yeah,
continuing to
painting the
paint
paint. Yeah,
suffering. Like I'm like,
yeah.
how can you keep this going? You're a
How can
twisted
you?
man, Tom.
And the other
You're a
thing is,
twisted man.
and the other thing is there's a story moment if you max out Mayel's relationship, the kind of side quest that you go on there. There's something that happens on that really like even like twist the dagger in like
Yeah.
basically there's a moment because Versa is there begging her, he's asking like,
Oh yeah.
you got to let me like Mael's like story relationship side quest deals with a somewhat similar situation, and her, because she doesn't have like these in very many ways selfish ties, like she kind of chooses the opposite thing. Like she ends up giving into, she ends up fulfilling the request of the character that basically asks for a very similar thing. And so
Yeah.
for her to not do it for Versa at the end is like an extra like fucking twist of the knife.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's sick, but it feels so good. It's
Crazy.
such a good ending. It's such a satisfying ending.
I couldn't
boy.
believe it, Tom. Just because of the Matrix, I could not believe what choice you made. And
I mean, my
I
heart
understood
was
that
telling
Alex
me-
would make the right choice, but I did find it very funny because of his Matrix take.
Again,
just-
this is but it's not me. If it's me, plug me right
but
back
it's
in.
not you in the Matrix. You were like, yeah, this guy's got the right idea. So
What are you
like, why
talking
are
about?
you putting yourself in his shoes with the Matrix, but you're not putting yourself in
Because
her
his
shoes
life
with
is
this?
his life is still good outside the Matrix. Like they live a good life. They have good stuff. They live in a mansion. Everything's going well.
Her life is.
Whatever. When I'm outside
yeah.
of the Matrix, I'm living in
Yeah,
squalor.
no, she's got it great. She's got half her face burned off. She can't see out of one eye and she can't speak. You're right. She's living it up.
Oh yeah, because Lumiere in the painting, that world is great. Like that world is so much fun. I love living there.
Monsters in every
Monsters
fucking time.
everywhere. Fucking people.
One wrong step and you fall off a cliff.
Yeah. I
Infrastructure
can't jump
completely
for
torn
shit.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
And
We're
also,
going
like, how much does she bring back? That's the other thing, because, like, in her ending, we see, like, she brings Gustav back. Like, does she bring other expeditions back? Like, does she just restore everyone that's ever lived? Like,
How much of
what
those
world
expeditions
has
were
she
real,
built?
or was it just an idea the writers put into their minds?
They're real, because the fake Renoir and fake Verso have been in it.
Right.
They've lived their life.
Right.
Their entire lives there.
I
So.
like Renoir. Who's cool.
Oh, dude, Andy Serkis. As much as I loved Charlie Cox's Gustav, I thought if we were going to pick a celebrity to award for voice acting out of that trio, I would have picked Andy Serkis. The shit
I
he's
do
doing
need to
at the end
say
is so good.
one more thing, just because we're running over and we do have to do the post show still too. That when we thought like we beat the game and we killed the paintress and they go back and
Mm.
it's like, and then he opens the letter and it's like, no, I was the good one. Renoir's like, and
Yeah, right.
everyone just gets
It's Renoir
wiped out.
homaging. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
right now?
Well, the other thing was that when we beat the paintress and we went back to Lumiere, I was like, wait a second. Like, I, did I miss a title screen? Like, I feel like I'm still in Act 2. Am I not in Act 2? Like, am I in Act 3? Did I miss something? Am I at the end? And then it's an epilogue, and I'm like, oh, all right. Maybe I did, but then there's other areas of the map that I was like, I haven't been there. Okay. So that was interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Great game. Loved
Tom,
it.
Yeah.
you gotta figure out what's up with your internet on your end.
I've switched over from my
Oh, God.
like the extender, the
Yeah.
Deco thing I got because I got Verizon Fios, but I need to run cable into here.
Oh, they didn't put the Ethernet ports throughout the different rooms. Oh, that's really surprising for new construction.
Really annoying.
Oh, whatever. It's your
I
place
mean,
now.
I
You
could,
can do whatever you want
can,
with it.
I can install them myself, and I
Yeah.
just have to do that.
Yeah. That's the nice thing is you can do whatever you want now.
Yeah.
You can just wire your place. All right. Cool. Let's Tuna.
Yeah, so Claire Obscura, great game. But like all games, is even if you think it's the GOAT, still flawed. Ocarina of Time, not good. Super Mario Galaxy, galactic failure. God of War, more like God of worst game ever. Halo, more like no
Say
low.
low. Say
Yeah,
that.
say low later. So yeah, that's been us here at the Unranked podcast. Other things that we have done include playing Walkabout Mini Golf. Never an episode where you don't mention that game. Thanks. Bye.
Stay ranked.
Suck it.